I'm sure most of you have seen the leak by now. If not, run and get off the internet before you see it. This is your cue to hit the back button. Most people either believe the leak is 100% true, or are in denial that the minor differences between the Shulks disproves it. Now that the smoke is cleared, this would be a good time to cover what we know about the leak, and to look at the most compelling arguments for and against it. This leak started with a user on 4chan posting a picture of every veteran character, and some alleged newcomers with X's over who had been cut. A little while later, the more famous alleged final roster screenshot from the 3DS version was released. Comparing these two, either the leakers knew each other, or were the same person, since the first contained bits from the 3DS character select screen leak. About a week later, the crappy Shulk and Bowser Jr. footage was uploaded to YouTube, and eventually taken down by Nintendo, at which point the leaker released a bunch of screenshots of new trophies and modes. Later that day, we learned the leaker actually worked for Nintendo, and had used the ESRB name to create confusion and prolong the period before he was caught. In addition, he was allegedly fired, and Nintendo is suing him to death and showing no mercy. Sakura continued to post pick of the day pictures this week, confirming many of the leaked mode screenshots were accurate. And on Friday, he uploaded Shulk's reveal trailer with the depressing tagline, "Looks like we don't have a choice." This trailer revealed the official render for Shulk has only small differences from the one leaked. This fact has led to most accepting the leak as absolute truth, and the resistance to propose many insane theories for why the leak is still real, such as the leaker actually being Sakurai, and him trying to lead us astray, and more rational arguments. The two best arguments against it that I've heard are A, similar to the argument those still believing the Jamatsu leak use. They claim the slight differences indicate the crappy footage and roster screenshot came from the pre-development point, where only mock-ups of the official renders had been made, and the for sure characters received more detailed renders. So for Jamatsu, it means that the pre-development stage somebody mentioned Crom, but it was never seriously considered, and the Jamatsu leaker had no contact with the team after that point. It's a bit of a stretch in my opinion. The second argument stems from the leaker being a complete psycho. As we know, he worked for Nintendo and created a diversion with the ESRB, but he's admitted to lying and trying to deceive through his leaks, just to screw with people. He stated that ice climbers, chorusmen, and others had been cut, but would be DLC, then later said it wasn't true. He said it to mess with people. He also bragged about randomly numbering the videos to confuse people. Everything he did pertaining to the leak was intended to create confusion, upset, and harm. This has hurt his believability to many. Some argue since he worked at Nintendo, he would have easier access to assets for various upcoming games, announced and unannounced. And judging by how psychotic he seemed, he could have leaked elements that were true and created and mixed in false elements to confuse and upset the fans, and to harm and upset Nintendo and Sakurai. This is the strongest argument the opposition has in my opinion. It is not impossible that could be the case, but I wouldn't hold my breath until it launches, because I'd suffocate. With a quick overview of the leak and what we know, what do you believe, or what other arguments do you have for or against the leak?